Hi there, welcome to Real Life on the Homestead in Ontario. I'm Marie. It's black fly season. They're everywhere. We're barely getting any warmth, but I have to get our garden ready. And let me give you a little bit of history in case you haven't been with us from the beginning. When we moved on this property, it was a beautiful lawn. I believe the gentleman who owned the property had a construction business. So he had a lot of heavy trucks that used the roads here. And this lawn, we ended up building up into making a garden. And this here is a road. Let me just turn the camera around. The roads are very compact dirt, but we don't need all these roads. So what we're gonna do is build up, same as Ruth Stout, and we are going to create a garden out of this. This road here, you see where the chicken coop is? That's right on the road. What I've done here is I've been building up every year with straw, hay, whatever I can get my hands on. And I've planted potatoes here very successfully. Have you heard of the Ruth Stout method? You need to Google it. It's an amazing method where she was very smart, but she herself claimed to be very lazy in the sense that she was not going to do any extra work that she didn't have to do to maintain her garden. And that meant she did not want to turn over soil. She did not want to till soil. So what she did is she just built up with straw. Now in our area, straw is very expensive. And when I buy it, I actually buy it for the animals for the winter. But to use for these purposes, no, I'm going to just use what I could get my hands on. Sometimes it's straw, sometimes it's hay. But what I'm doing here is creating another layer, and this will compost, but it also keeps the weeds down. And if you look carefully, there's lots of weeds trying to grow up. I picked a lot of the dandelions and threw them into the chickens, but this road here has turned into a garden. And my goal is to use space effectively. Having roads where I don't need them is a waste of space. We had a beautiful lawn. Lawns are beautiful, but I'm not having a golf course and I can't eat grass. So part of that lawn I built up and created my garden. So our garden, as well as this garden, have been basically created from roads and lawns. I also have the chicken yards. They were part of the beautiful lawn. Let's be real. If you love a green lawn and that's what cranks your chain, then by all means do that. For me, if I can't use it effectively, I'm going to find better purposes. And I'm just showing you how I just slowly pluck off straw from this bale and lay it slowly. The reason I'm doing this manually is because I can't roll that bale yet because it's too heavy. But I've also got another bale and I think it's soaking wet, so I'm going to need to get the tractor out for those ones. But this one here, I'm pretty good moving, little by little, and just telling you what I'm doing while I'm doing it. I got these two large bales for free. Somebody just wanted them out of their yard when they purchased their, oh my goodness, you can see the black flies all over the camera lens. Man, they're thick. Anyway, these two large bales were free. I just unwrapped it, and look at this. It's composting friggin' amazing. So I'm actually going to throw that on to the bed. I'm actually going to need the tractor to roll it down there because it is so wet. I cannot move this. But I plucked some off. Look at that. That's amazing compost that I'm adding to the ground. Now I will go into our compost pile and throw some on here once everything is laid out. But that section right there, let me zoom in, that section right there, I need to cover that up. So that's what I'm going to do. Get the tractor and cover that section up and then lay some of this composting straw all over. This is the best way to build up soil. If you can get your hand on some rotting hay and straw, throw it on the ground, and then put topsoil over that instead of just filling with topsoil. We're also going to do this in our garden beds that need some extra thickness, and we want to keep those weeds down. Suffocating weeds is so much easier than digging them up. And if any grow through the straw and hay, just pluck them up and throw them on top. The sun will dry them up, and then they'll be compost as well. Here's my curious girls wondering what's going on. So this is where we're at now. A layer of hay and straw. And because it's so rotting, I doubt there's any seeds left in there. But we'll just keep on top of it. Now I'm gonna go over to our compost pile and grab some dirt and throw it on here. This will be our potato patch this year, as well as a squash and pumpkin patch. It'll be interesting at the end of the season. Make sure you tune in to see what we ended up with. It's hard work during black fly season. From a road to a garden, and the compost over the years will build. I hope you like this type of content. Make sure you're subscribed, you like our channel, and share with your friends. Go out, live your best life, and have a great day. And hey, you can do this too. You're smart enough. Don't forget that.